Amazon Web Services.
Hey,
that's what we can blame it on.
Hey.
This is the Joe Gaither Show on BamaCentral.com.
Good morning, Tuscaloosa, Internet world. West Alabama, how we doing today on a Tuesday? It's the Joe Gaither Show on Bama Central, BamaCentral.com. Everybody hanging out with us on the Bama Central YouTube channel, Bama Central Facebook page. You're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify. Mason, the numbers have been down the last week, and I know it's because you've been gone. And so I cannot wait. I know. I cannot wait to have Mason Woods back in today. Yes, it is a good day. Follow Mason Woods. He's back in the Derek Daniels State Farm Studios. Our internet's going crazy right now, not in a good way, but you'll be able to see him in a second once it buffers him out. The beautiful face and the dulcet tones of Mason Woods. Right here in the Derek Daniels State Farm Studios. You can follow him at MAWoods_. You can call Derek Daniel for all of your insurance needs at 205-758-3391. Like a good neighbor, Derek Daniel is there. Call and see how much Derek can save you today. More importantly, make sure that your roof is in good shape by calling Strength Roofing and Siding at 205-858-9050. My man Zach Guffey will come out to your roof and make sure that you are taken care of. For a new roof today or just a free inspection, call him at 205-858-9050. We're going to get Zach on the program tomorrow to see where he's been this week and get his reaction to the Tennessee game and set up the South Carolina game a little bit further. We appreciate Strength Roofing and Siding for sponsoring the program. 205-858-9050 for Zach Guffey and his services. Cannot wait for that. But what I really can't wait for is to tell Mason how much I've missed you and how much stuff we've really gone over. Like last week was a terrible week. I mean, yeah, the fill-ins did fine, but in my heart, it was an empty, vast, just black hole of we miss Mason Woods. And you got a comment yesterday, is Mason ever going to be back? And yeah, joked that you were suspended for the Ty Simpson slander because
valid suspension.
Right. Cam called and asked for another. You gave him another apology. I think we're done with all that. We should be done with all that.
I mean, at this rate, I'm almost wanting Ty Simpson to be the Titans quarterback next year.
Tighten up.
We'll see.
Yeah, so wow. Good morning, Mason. I've missed you so much. I have a list of topics to go through in my head with you that I need just your like rapid fire takes. So good morning, and how are you doing?
I'm doing great this morning. I'm very happy to be back in the saddle here in the Derek Daniels studio. It was a long week not being on the Joe Gaither show. Did get to feel it a little bit, getting my voicemail on the show, and like we said, giving my second apology to Ty Simpson. Which again, he was owed, I think, because of the way he played, the way he has played, not only all of the games leading up to this Saturday, but then this Saturday as well. He was perfect against Tennessee, as perfect pretty much as he could have been. Some of the best throws I think he's made all year, he made in that game. So yeah, he deserved my apology again, and I'm happy to have given it, but no more. I am on Ty Simpson's side now. We can move on.
Theismann. The Theismann campaign is alive and well.
Do we like Theismann or do we like the Heisman where the IS is a 15 better? Which one looks better on a T-shirt?
I think the 15 looks better on a T-shirt.
Well, I think Theismann is, that's so good.
It sounds better.
Yeah,
absolutely. We're gonna play voicemail, and Mason, when I do, are you on this box or are you on the upstairs box?
I should be on that one, I believe.
All right. So when I play this voicemail, not now, but when I play the voicemail, why don't you swap? Because I think we're both on this box, and it's not being nice. Because everybody wants to see your beautiful face. They can hear you just fine because this box is connected to this computer. Goodness gracious, Mason, I've missed you so much. Where do we even start? Obviously, big recruiting news, and we're going to talk about Corey Howard and Trent Seaborn here in just a minute. But let's just go right to it. The Titans fired the coach when you were gone.
Yes, they did.
Were you a part of that? Were you up there? That's why you left us?
I was certainly sending my energy
You're campaigning?
to that cause. I was campaigning for that cause. Yeah, it needed to happen.
It's fine. I don't need to get you that
You
far
know,
into it. But
yeah, it is what it is. I don't think there was any world where you could just keep giving Brian Callahan time to screw things up. I think we were actively seeing Cam Ward regress right before our eyes week by week. And when it kind of gets to that point, it's like, all right, we do have to finally make a change. I get that it takes a long time to find success in the NFL. It takes a long time to build a team up when you basically go over in 4 straight drafts, 28 to 2022, I think you have one player still on the team. So it's really, really bad there in Tennessee. The team is awful. There's zero depth anywhere. There's not even really good starters anywhere. So yeah, he was set up to fail from the start, but he did not do very well with what he had in front of him. So yeah, you move on.
Ooh.
Now I don't even know who I really want them to go after right now. There's so many names being thrown out there, many of which I'm not a huge fan of. I've seen Matt Nagy get tossed out there.
No, you don't want that.
I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I've seen Mike McCarthy get thrown out there. I don't want that either. I want that more than I want Matt Nagy, but I don't want it.
Yeah.
I really just don't even know I guess my top option right now, maybe Joe Brady. I like Joe Brady.
Yeah.
I think that's a good option. But yeah, it's dark times in Tennessee.
We are going to hire Brian Daboll after he gets fired from the Giants.
Are they going to fire him? I mean, Jackson Dart looks pretty dang good.
Looks pretty damn good. Did you see them blow a lead?
I did.
Yeah. Theo was.
I think
yesterday.
he is still going to be given the rookie quarterback, blessing though. By you got a promising rookie quarterback. We'll give you at least another year or two.
Yeah, Theo was in here crying yesterday, talking about firing their defensive coordinator
That would be valid.
for what happened on Sunday. So, all right, so Titans fire their coach. That's officially means that's the rock bottom point. It's only up from here.
I mean, I will say this Sunday, as bad as the fumble was from Cam Ward, which has been a consistent issue all season. This was maybe his best game that he's played in several weeks. He actually looked somewhat competent. Definitely in the first half, he looked good. Had a nice touchdown pass. Made some nice throws. Still just has no help out there. So maybe we're on the upswing. Who knows?
There you go. You can go ahead and get Ruben Bain, or you can get Francis Mainoga to protect Cam Ward. Or I guess is he what year is Carnell Tate? Oh yeah, you can get Carnell Tate,
the Jordan Tyson from Arizona State, either of those guys. We'll see.
You're all good
at this rate. Like I said, it might end up being a quarterback. Who knows?
No, we're not drafting Cam Ward back to back or quarterback back to back. No. So there's the first thing that was in my head. Missouri game. Alabama goes on the road. A second straight road victory. Are the road woes taken care of? Are the road woes, the road fears put to bed? I know Alabama, big road game this week against South Carolina. But take us back 2 weeks. So your reaction to the Missouri game.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Alabama did really exactly what it needed to do. You went in there and handled business against a good football team. Trying to remember back to the specifics of it, I think you let Bo Prabula do a little bit with his legs. I think you let Ahmad Hari get going just a little bit, but you buckled down when you really needed to in the game. And you, for lack of a better way to put it, put Missouri in their place. You showed Missouri that okay, you might be a good football team, but you're still not on the level of the elite dogs in the SEC.
Yeah, Missouri putting Auburn in their place this past week.
They did do.
I mentioned that just barely yesterday, but it's worth going back.
It is.
Oh my mama! It's over. It's time to end this.
It is so insane just how allergic Hugh Freeze is to winning a football game. It's like the entire program, top to bottom, just has no clue how to finish a football game. They will play the best game they've played. It doesn't matter. It's just insane. They find new ways to lose every week. It is crazy. They cannot win they don't know how to win. It is that simple. No one in that building knows how to win. There are things that you have to do to win football games, and they don't know how to do them.
If I were Coach DeBoer,
not playing.
If I were Coach DeBoer,
what are we doing?
And I see that from Zion Young in overtime, I make James Smith my captain in the Iron Bowl.
I love that. Yeah.
I make him go out to the
James Smith, Tim Keenan, and Yanzi Pierre. Send them all out there,
right? To just bark right at you at the coin toss.
Yeah, we've seen how Auburn reacts. It's not well.
They folded right then and there.
I mean, that was. there are.
I would go tell them to talk the most egregious hooey in the world to say the nasty, like the meanest thing. And class, could better, like
Throw it out the window.
Right. For that 3 minutes, just the. I don't care if you get caught on a hot mic.
Yeah, don't matter.
We'll incur a 15-yard kickoff penalty. It's fine. We'll go cover the kick, guys, whatever the case may be, or we'll take it on the 20-yard line. Yeah, it's all good. You just get in there. Zion basically punked them right without even hitting them.
It was awesome. It was so sick.
They went out there and got a sack too, and they won in overtime.
Yeah, there's probably not a better way that you can encapsulate the state of the Auburn football program right there than that 30-second clip of the Auburn football captains there at midfield just cowering in the face of the Missouri Tigers. Yeah, man. Auburn is a bad team right now. They have talent. We all know they have talent, but talent only gets you so far. When you have coaching that is, almost seems like he's trying to lose at this point, which maybe he is. He wants that buyout. But it's just crazy. They are allergic to winning. That is the best way I can put it. They do not know how to win.
Yeah, and then Hugh Freeze yesterday asking for the vote of confidence. Do you think a vote of confidence would make you feel good, or whatever it was, would make you feel?
Well, I'll tell you, it sure would. It sure would be nice. We'd all love it here. Golly, it would make us feel a whole lot more comfortable.
The vote of confidence is a kiss of death, though. It's Scott Strickland.
If your AD has to come out and say that, it's not a great thing,
right?
We don't see Greg Byrne coming out and saying, "I fully stand with Kalen DeBoer."
Scott Strickland gave Billy Napier a vote of confidence last year. It's the kiss of death. It's only a matter of time. Florida State basically saying, we're going to stand by Mike Norvell. It's a matter of time. You get the vote of confidence. That is just this is the cancer setting in, and your regime is going to die. They're not dead yet, Paul, but they're going to die.
Yeah. Man, oh man, things are bad over there. I really don't know what you do if you're.
You
Auburn.
Don't want the vote of confidence.
I really don't know what you do. You obviously you have to fire him. You just have to do it. You got to suck it up and eat that money, because I think the alternative of keeping him around for any longer is worse than firing him. But man, oh man,
give him a lifetime contract.
I don't know who you. I don't know who you're A, convincing to take that job, or B, I don't even know who you're going to be able to hire to take that job, because you can't pay anybody any money.
Is Auburn a better job than Florida?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Oh, yeah, I said it on the show. Auburn's the worst job in the country.
Is Auburn a better job than Arkansas?
Auburn is the worst job in the country. Your two biggest rivals are the two of the best teams in the nation.
So
and you're expected to beat them.
So Arkansas a worse job than Florida? Barely?
Yeah, I would say Arkansas is the worst job, just because of probably the focus on basketball there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that you're quite getting the support that you get at Florida.
And where does Florida State fall into that hierarchy?
I think Florida State's right in there with Florida. I think it's right up there at that level.
I do
just because of the recruiting base, and
the
lack
of competition in the ACC.
Yeah, honestly, it might even be a better job.
You get two good recruiting classes, you're rolling in the ACC.
Yeah, we saw Miami fold.
You get one good recruiting class.
Beck.
You're gonna waste a good offensive and
Tough
defensive line
out there in Coral Gables.
Somebody was talking about them being trash yesterday, and I thought, well, I don't know that they're trash. And then they go, well, you always talk about quality wins, and I looked up, I was like, well, your best win is Notre Dame, and you did beat USF, but not that the rest of the schedule is not really. I mean, you got SMU on their schedule ahead, Pitt on their schedule ahead, but yeah, it will Virginia Tech and Syracuse. Will those wins give you a lot of confidence going forward? I don't know. All right, so next thing that I missed you on was obviously the Tennessee game. We didn't really get to talk about it that much with you, but yeah, there you go. You're fine. Yeah, perfect. I think that it was the Tennessee game. Oh, we got a comment. So glad Mason is back. From Everett Woods, beat South Carolina. We'll talk about the South Carolina game here in just a minute, Everett. I'm so glad that Mason's back as well. We've got a voicemail from Dax, I think, talking about the South Carolina game. You can call him at 205-758-3391. Excuse me, 205-462 extension 800. I'm getting all turned around. Watching you mess with your camera. 205-462-7340, extension 800 is the voicemail line where Dax called in. It's going to buffer out here in just a second because you're on that other internet, I'm sure. But yeah, I am so glad Mason's back as well. All right, so let's start. We're now back. We did Titans firing. We did Missouri win. Wasn't really much else.
I mean, James Franklin getting fired. That was.
Oh, there he is. Look how beautiful you look.
That was another one where it just kind of felt like it was time for that to happen.
Oh, and you've been on Nick Saban watch, so you were watching College Game Day where he called it not fair. It's not fair to get fired from the expectations that you created for him, Coach. I know that you're in the the coaches fraternity, but it is fair.
Yeah.
It's fair. He brought Penn State. You revived Penn State, or helped continue to revive Penn State. Post Bill O'Brien. Bill went 2 years there, right, and got him kind of back on track just a little.
I think that's right.
And then it was James Franklin, and yes, he got them to the top of the glass ceiling, but he was never able to bring. And this year, you can't be ranked preseason top 3 and lose the games that he's lost this year and look as lifeless as they have this year. You just can't do it. Yeah. I know. Well, you had them a game away from the national championship game. You were in overtime against whoever they were in overtime. Over.
You lost. I mean, you lost to UCLA and Northwestern.
It's unacceptable.
James Franklin is not getting fired if they go out there and beat Northwestern 56-0.
God, you look beautiful now.
It is the back-to-back losses to two of the worst football programs in the country potentially right now. That's what did you in. It was not the one bad loss. It was not. Well, he's not going to compete. It was not. Oh, he's not going to win a championship. It was losing to UCLA and then Northwestern. That's what got you fired. It just
lost to UCLA to an interim head coach and an offensive coordinator that's 32 years old. He was calling his very first game ever.
King Joffrey over there, Rick Neuheisel's kid.
Very first game ever, and you can't get him figured out.
And I guess I'm guilty of not looking into it enough. But boy, I sure thought that the Neuheisel guy was the interim head coach. He is not.
No.
He is just the coordinator. Why are we not giving any credit to the actual interim coach? It's crazy. I know the offense has looked really good for UCLA, but that's wild to me. Oh man, super off topic, but man, that was crazy last week. Poor interim coach got zero amount of shine for this UCLA team, and it's all the coordinator. Anyway,
yeah, Coach Saban, he got fired because
he couldn't live up to the expectations
that he created. And goodness,
yeah, it was.
They all stand up for each other.
It was not
all the coaches stand up for each other.
I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe it was a bit reactionary by Penn State.
Sure,
maybe
a little,
but it was not just. Oh, well, he's not going to win a championship. It was losing to UCLA and Northwestern. Man, you can't do that.
So is James Franklin going to be at Florida, Auburn, or Arkansas?
Whoever wants to give him the biggest paycheck, I reckon.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got Auburn written all over him.
Yes, he does. Yeah. And great.
And he'll win him a championship there.
No. What he'll do is he'll end up beating the South Carolinas and the Missouris of the world and the Kentuckys of the world. But then when he plays a big game against Georgia and Alabama, it's
I hope so. I for one do not want to see him in orange and blue. Really in any fashion. I wouldn't like to see him go to Florida.
He'll fit in as far as it's a family atmosphere.
That's why he has Auburn written all over him. He's perfect for Auburn, and that's why I don't want it to happen. Excuse me. No, I'd like to see him. There's going to be some other big jobs open up. Take that Florida State job. They're going to fire Norvell.
Yeah, they will. I think so too. All right. And so Alabama beats Tennessee this week, 37-20. Did you smoke a cigar over the weekend?
I did.
Yeah. How'd that go for you?
It was quite nice.
Okay.
It was an enjoyable victory moment.
I can't smoke a cigar because I'll inhale it and I'll get sick on 3. I'm just no self-control, I guess. I've never been able to. We were in there with Xavier Brown, and he said, "Yeah, I dang near threw up," and I was like, "Yeah, that'd be me."
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there was probably about 60 other people in the stadium in that same boat, because I imagine it happens every year where that's people's one cigar that they've maybe ever smoked, or the one that they smoked that year, and they don't really know what they're getting into. And yeah, boy, if you do that, you get yourself in a tailspin pretty quick.
Conservatively, 100,000 seat stadium, 10% of the stadium smoking cigars. Conservative, 10,000 cigars. I mean, Matt, you're losing to Alabama. You're down 17, and those last 7 minutes, you're just getting hotboxed. It's just
oh yeah,
like
I mean, you see it on the broadcast. It begins to fill the stadium. You hear the two announcers. What's that? Smell that? I think they've started to like the cigars here in Tuscaloosa. Man, what a win for Alabama! What a statement! That's a big statement. I think. Obviously, I know that Tennessee fans are doing the whole, well, it's just one play that made it look that, it's just the one pick six. If you take that away, it's 14. Alabama dominated that game. Start to finish.
Yeah, I mean, dominated the game flow. I don't know about dominated the game, but basically, got on top of the game flow and stayed just right on top of the game flow. Pretty much, you got the stop right off the bat, 3 and out. Tennessee goes 3 and out, which I got to credit Alabama's defense for the last handful of weeks deferring and just saying, you're getting a stop. We're giving the ball to the offense, and we're getting the ball at the second half.
Such a shot to the chest of the opposing team.
Yeah, it didn't happen in Missouri. They went straight down the field and scored.
Yeah.
But Alabama answered right back. We heard from Ryan Crow about his opening game script. It was pretty fascinating to hear Grubb and DeBoer talk about the opening script yesterday in the press conferences. But this week, getting the stop, 3 and out, and offense right down the field, touchdown.
Ty Simpson was unconscious on Saturday.
Oh, the
throw to Ryan Williams. Oh man, fitting it right over the head of I think it's a safety or corner, whoever it is. Man, I mean, just
and
never seen a better throw.
And Ryan hands catching all game long. No body catches for Ryan Williams this week. To me, back. It was right. It was right the first third down. You're sitting there, the 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11, backed up in your own goal line, and looks like you might be movement in your face, and you might have a sack. He backs right up, and Josh Cuevas right there over the middle. Boop, in total control after getting up 7-0.
The Ty Simpson QB1 conversation it has really kicked off this week.
Yeah,
with that performance.
Dane Brugler, my draft man.
I saw Orlovsky tweeting about it. I saw a handful this morning.
Yeah, Dane Brugler basically saying that he's, everybody's on the Fernando Mendoza train.
Watch out.
My Dolphin fans' friends are like, we don't want another Alabama quarterback. And I'm like, well, then he's going to go to the Jets and terrorize you. So pick your, pick your poison, pick your lane right there, because he will get up to New York and be like, we ain't doing this no more. This is the way. Me and Garrett Wilson, we're about to get on the same page.
The Captain Phillips meme wherever he shows up of just, I'm the captain now.
Yeah,
Ty Simpson, this is my team.
Yeah.
Did you watch I was watching it when you walked in, the little 8.5 minute video that Alabama football posted, the game day, kind of had a few clips in there of one specifically of Ty and Jam Miller face to face, right pregame. And we've dreamed of this since we were freshmen, me and you 2-6. Oh man, it got me so fired up. I fall in love with this team more and more every week.
Yeah. I think that, from an internal leadership perspective, it's very high. Last year we were talking about, Tyler Booker, Jalen Milroe, and Malachi Moore, and not to disrespect, I think those 3 guys were good leaders, but it seems like it's just permeated past the main guys into everyone else.
Yeah. Does it feel like maybe last year it was a little bit of a kind of exclusive clique of the leaders, and then they were I don't want to say they were separated from everyone else, but it almost felt like it was like it's them and then the rest of the team.
Yeah.
This year, like you're saying, it's all right. We have a full team, and there's just some guys who are more vocal. Man, I'm very impressed with this football team. They have the response from week 1 to now. They are playing just dominant football on the field, and I'm very happy about it.
Yeah, for sure. So beating Tennessee, and you're seeing Tennessee fans, we beat ourselves. It was a running back. Was it Deshaun Bishop or Star Thomas? One of those two ended up yesterday, we just beat ourselves against Georgia and Tennessee. Well, That's part of it. That's part of the game there.
That's-
You got to stay on the field. You know, how many times do you have to go for it on fourth down to stay on the field? But you still end up, was it 2 of 5 in the red zone, I believe? Like, there's the game, brothers.
Bingo.
You move football. Everybody talking about yardage. We got a lot
Doesn't
of my,
matter.
yeah, a lot of my,
all that yards, no points.
all the people from Chattanooga. Well, we outgained them. Congratulations.
You want to hang the banner.
Right. From the 20 to 20, you did really well. And Kane Womack and company, you know, I don't know. I don't want to say that they ease off the gas. That's not true. But Kane Womack and company, you know, we're playing the game a little bit from the 20 to 20. But when it came down to, it's fourth down. It's the red zone. We're going to get after it.
That is this defense. It's been this defense MO since Kane Womack got here. It has been don't break. You know, you're going to be frustrated.
Risk, high reward.
Yeah, like you're going to be a little frustrated with the way they play, like you said, in between the 20s there. But once it gets into crunch time, this defense locks in. We've seen it.
You've heard DeBoer over the last couple of weeks, and specifically this past week. And what was the last home game? Vanderbilt, right? He basically says our motto lately has been make them snap another snap, make them play another play, and you just put your cleats in the ground, make them play another play. I mean, obviously, we can complain about the 44-yard touchdown run from Deshaun Bishop. That was
it happens,
not so hot play.
I mean, you're going to give up a couple explosives a game. That's just part of it. You mentioned beating yourself. It's part of football.
Yeah, and then you're playing the clock, and you're playing the situation towards the end of the first half.
Oh, what a perfect play from Xavier Brown. What about Josh Heupel just throwing Joey Aguilar under the bus on that one?
I didn't hear it.
After the game, it was, somebody that, what did you – I think the question was there any concern with going play action there if the defense was just going to know what was going on or something, something to that effect? Sure. Because why did you go play action there? We all knew what you were doing, buddy.
It was going to be a pass based on the time.
We all knew what was happening. So, but anyway, Heupel, kind of responds a little quick, whatever, and then he's just like, well, on that play we had the look we wanted, but you just can't leave that ball inside like you did. And you can't, but you're the coach, man. That's on you for getting them into that situation where you called a play action pass with 9 seconds left in the half on your own, on the goal line, basically. And I don't know. It's crazy. I will never be a fan of any coaches that throw their players under the bus or immediately go to blame. Hugh Freeze does the same thing every week. Not a fan of that. Take your own L, coach.
I mean, if it was a perfect pass, it might have been a touchdown.
Maybe.
I think you're looking at 10%.
Xavier Brown knew what was happening on that play.
Right.
Now, yes, Joey Aguilar made it a little easier for him by leaving it inside, but he knew what was coming. I think he's tipping that ball regardless of what happens.
Yeah, so let's spin from there right into what I wrote about yesterday, and I think I wrote about it pretty poorly, to be honest with you. I'm not patting myself on the back with the execution of the idea, but I watched James Smith over again in the game, and James Smith on
biker shorts out there.
Some plays was very dominant, and on other plays was very meh. Very. I think that James Smith has all the potential in the world to be your next Alabama defensive lineman that everybody falls in love with because of his mentality and because he's making plays. And but he's just got to be more consistent. Sure. On that play, everybody's flying down the sidelines chasing Xavier Brown. Where do you think James Smith's going?
To the Tennessee sideline.
Yes, going into the Tennessee sideline, and and just
love that. Those are the kind of throwback players that you need.
Right. We talked about all summer long who's going to be the mother bleeper, who's going to be the alpha on this defense, and is it going to be one of these inside linebackers? And I guess it's Tim Keenan, maybe. And I think Tim still is probably filling that role. But you're seeing James Smith the last couple of weeks, particularly after these games, Diego Pavia, blah, and in this Tennessee game, somebody at the end of the game was trying to talk to Damani, and James Smith was, you ready? We still going?
Come on, let's do it. He's about it. He is
so,
about it.
And so he's in the early part of this game, the first 3 and out, he's involved in two of the tackles. It's 3rd and 1, bam, tackle. They punt. It's 2nd and something. He's involved in it, and really plays well. I think in the early parts of the game. I don't know if it's a stamina issue. I don't think it's a competitive character issue.
Yeah.
I just think it's a down in and down out stamina issue because he was getting kind of stonewalled towards the later parts of the game. And when it was in pass rushing situations, he wasn't as effective.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it being a stamina issue, just being a guy who is maybe more recently ramped up his playing time a bit. That would make sense to me. It stands to reason. Like you said, I don't see him as the personality type to have a competitive issue.
Right. And so I would like to see James Smith really dig in over these next 2 weeks against South Carolina, yes, but on the bye week and really try to hone in on how can I ramp up my stamina to be what I was in the first half all the way through the entire game.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed watching him play the first half. And when I was watching it in the second half, I thought, that's just, And so, I asked Kane about him yesterday before watching the whole game, after only watching the first little bit, because I thought, he's going to say how great he played. He's going to say how much he's added to the team. He's going to be, and he was like, well, he flashed. And I was like, that wasn't the answer I looked for. And he's talking about playing with consistency and plays he left out on the table. And I was like, that wasn't the answer I was expecting. And then when I looked at the second half, I was like, oh, he could have made that play. Oh, he could have made that play too. Oh, it's third down, and he could have. Oh, he left
leaving some food out there on the table.
Right. So I was happy with what I saw from James's first half, but needed to do just a little more in the second half to make himself a lot of money, elite level player that get all the praise, really.
Yeah, I'm with you. I didn't watch him super, like that closely like you did to really notice that per se. But the plays that he did make when he made them, you saw it. Like you saw the flashes. You like Kane said, you saw the flashes. I think he does have he has that elite level defensive lineman in him. We just have to bring it out a little bit. Just got to get him a little more consistent, like you said. How about Jan Pierre?
Oh. Did you see his Instagram post?
I did see his Instagram post.
He's giving the double bird.
Someone find me that Tennessee fan.
Yeah, I want to
talk to them.
I want to interview him.
I want to talk to him.
I want to interview that Tennessee fan, and I want to interview
the lady that got
the Tennessee fan that was above the recruits. So it was like 5-10 rows above the recruits getting taken out in handcuffs, and the husband's like, well,
he does this every Saturday, folks.
Right? He's looking at the wife, being like, baby, calm down.
On,
baby,
again.
Baby.
We got banned from Knoxville already.
baby, calm down.
We can only go to road games, Sharon. Come on.
Just you gotta let them handcuff you, baby. Quit fighting.
That was crazy.
They're gonna dislocate your elbows.
That's like my thing. I get that a lot of people in that stadium are drunk. They've been drunk for a long time at that point. But dang, man, you got 3 cops trying to drag you out. Just chill. Just calm down. There's no situation right here where you are getting to stay in this stadium. You are not going to convince the cop to let you stay here. Just chill out. Go out. Just let them take you out. You're gonna have to go home regardless. You are not getting to stay here. I don't know. I don't know if if these people that like do this think, oh yeah, I'm going to convince them. You're not going to be the guy that convinces them.
She thinks she's going to get away and go hide in another part of the stadium.
Like, what do you think is going to happen? They got 15,000 cameras around this stadium. Every one of them trained on your face, probably.
They got Mr. Brightside playing, so you know it's late in the third quarter. Mr. Brightside.
There's all these recruits.
Yeah.
Man, oh man! I hope that for Tennessee,
she's a Courtney Morgan plant. Courtney Morgan planted her just to let these recruits see a sight.
I don't know if any of those kids, were considering Tennessee heading into this game, but I cannot imagine that many of them are after it.
Yeah, Courtney Morgan hired this woman.
That's
to be an actress. And look, we need you to act like a crazy Tennessee lady. And so the recruits just see it and know that that's not what we're about. We'll have the police take you out. You can just yell and be on.
Playing a couple Good Samaritan Bama fans in there too to really, really shake things up. Oh yeah, man, that's good stuff. That was crazy.
Nuts.
That was one of the best environments. Obviously, we don't want fights and things to happen in the stands, but I do think it's indicative of how good the environment was there in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Seeing things like that on my timeline, and it was one of the best environments that I have seen in a long time. I did not have the opportunity to be there personally, but you could tell from the broadcast that it was deafening in there.
Yeah, the place fell apart when like the press box, I'll say I lost my composure a little bit when Xavier Brown.
I imagine most people in there did.
And I was trying to keep it contained, but we got that aerial view, that all 22, the back angle, basically from that point.
And he's just hunting.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's about to be a plant touchdown. Oh, and he stepped right in front of it. And I
saw it the whole time.
I pushed myself away from the desk and put my head in, and I was just like, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. And
then to finish with the, get the 99-yard touchdown till you make the one guy miss that you had to.
Right, it's the double pop. It's the interception. Oh, score. It's the double, like the
you think it's loud, and then
the stadium goes from breathless 0 to 9 to 13.
Yeah. It was crazy.
That was the fastest halftime I think I can remember in a while. I don't want to say ever, but in a while. He's in the end zone scoring, and all of us are like doing our what the heck, and then they're back out because it just happened. It was not enough time to process anything.
Man, yeah. So a lot of good from that game for Alabama. I still didn't get the run game going very well, but a lot of good to take away from that game. I am.
Well, we talked about it yesterday with Theo with the run game. They look back at the Washington year where they went to the national championship. They averaged 118 yards a game on the ground, and Bama went 120 against Tennessee, and it was the grossest 120 that you could imagine.
But you got it
right. It was gross, but made it happen.
I am. At this point, I'm confident enough in Ty Simpson to say that you don't need a dominant running game. He can win games for you.
Absolutely. All right, let me take a little break. We'll play this voicemail from Dax because Dax is talking about South Carolina. Cameron's already commented about South Carolina. Miss Patty has commented about South Carolina as well. Patsy, excuse me, has commented about South Carolina as well. So let's start talking a little bit about the South Carolina game. Well, before we do, though, we want to remind you the program is brought to you by Strength Roofing and Siding. When severe weather strikes, your roof is your home's first line of defense. Storms with high winds, heavy rain and hail can cause serious damage that isn't always visible from the ground. At Strength Roofing and Siding, we specialize in storm and hail damage, roof repair and restoration across central Mississippi and Alabama, providing fast inspections, expert repairs, and insurance claim support to help you recover quickly and protect your home. A professional assessment from a trusted roofer is essential. With over 45 years of serving Alabama and Mississippi, Strength Roofing and Siding provides expert storm damage repair and replacement. Call now for your free no-risk assessment at 205-858-9050. Zach Guffey, he's been on the program twice now, spending time giving us his football takes. He'll come out to your house for Strength Roofing and Siding. He'll come out, you make sure what your roof is doing, look at your roof, see what kind of shape it's in, see if you got any leaks, especially, look, if you are looking up in your ceiling, you start to see a little water spot, call them before it gets too late because you want to call before the problem gets worse. 205-858-9050, Strength Roofing and Siding. They'll come out to your home for free, give you the peace of mind that you need. Look, it hasn't really been raining much, but that doesn't mean it's not going to rain soon. And it really will in Alabama at different times, especially in the summer. Go ahead and get ahead of it by calling Strength Roofing and Siding. 205-858-9050. My man Zach Guffey would love to come talk to you, would love to come check out your roof and give you a free assessment, let you know how you're doing, and give you that peace of mind. 205-858-9050. Whoop, take that away. There we go. Yeah, we're lagging just a little bit on the buttons here. Today, we want to keep the program going. Yeah, we're lagging right there on the buttons, but that's okay. You can see the Strength Roofing and Siding logo one more time, and you can see it up in the top right-hand corner of the broadcast. We're going to take our attention to the voicemail line at 205-462-7340, extension 800. Lots of people saying hello and welcome back to Mason Woods. Dax is probably one of them. Let's hear what he's got to say on the voicemail line.
This game somehow is, for me at least, is, the game I'm most worried about on this entire schedule.
Yep.
But not for reasons that we all were thinking at the beginning of the year. I'm most worried about this one because guess what? it's an unranked team on the road, and DeBoer has an awful track record against unranked teams on the road as the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. However, I really think he got that issue fixed this year. I can't imagine that he didn't learn his lesson from Vanderbilt and Oklahoma last year. So, yeah, short voicemail, but this is the game I'm most worried about. However, I do really think we're going to get the ball rolling. I think we're already, like DeBoer and staff have really harped on, like, keeping the momentum. And I hope we blow them out the water at Williams-Brice Stadium. Can't wait. Give you my prediction on Friday. Love you, boys. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide is Dax on the voicemail line. You guys can join him at 205-462-7340, extension 800. Yeah, man, all these feelings don't matter for anything if you go over to South Carolina and you lose.
This is true. Can't disagree with that. I can't disagree with a lot of what Dax said. I think this is still a worry point for Alabama fans, and rightfully should be. I think although this South Carolina team has struggled this season and has not really played,
I made a change last week, Jack.
hasn't played up to the expectations of what we had for them. This is still a dangerous football team. Still has a lot of good football players on this football team. You have a dangerous quarterback in Lenore Sellers, going to be a first-round draft pick. You got a good receiver in Nick Harbor. You got good defense in Dylan Stewart, Michael Goodwin, Brian Thomas Jr. A lot of guys on the defense that can get to the quarterback effectively. So, yeah, I mean, I think that what South Carolina does well is things that Alabama struggles against.
Yeah, I made a change last week, Jack.
That clip was so good.
Incredible. Oh, gosh, incredible. South Carolina is how far down on there? Last in the conference in points per game at 20.14.
Yeah, that offense has been anemic. They have not been able to put points on the board effectively.
South Carolina is... Why does it only go to 11 here? Is it not loading some things that I'm not seeing here? South Carolina, it looks
Auburn
like they're...
doesn't qualify.
I guess the internet. Oh, there it goes. They're all the way down to 6.
It's Amazon Web Services, man.
Internet struggling bad. But now it loaded the other 5. South Carolina is 8th in the conference in scoring defense, allowing 20 points to 20 points per game. So Alabama is a little better at allowing 17.7 points per game. So statistically speaking, you're looking good here. Go over to rushing. Let's see if it all loads. Yes, rushing. South Carolina last in the conference, 106 yards a game in rushing offense. Rushing defense, they are 12th in the conference, allowing 150 yards per game. Alabama allowing how many yards per game on the ground? How many yards were they? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alabama, 13. 13, just behind them at 154. But in the conference rushing offense, so what we're doing is all kinds of backwards.
That can't be that high either.
14. 14 at 125. So just a little better than South Carolina on offense, rushing a little worse defensively. Passing offense, South Carolina, Alabama is 3rd in the conference, passing for 297 per game.
Behind who?
Behind Tennessee and Ole Miss.
Hotty
toddy, gosh, mighty, Lane Kiffin. Who the heck are we?
I figured Tennessee, but
South Carolina 14th in the conference in passing offense at 191 per game, just ahead of Kentucky and Auburn, right behind Texas. Hook 'em horns, Arch Manning. You got on the defensive side of the ball, passing defense, Alabama 2nd in the conference in passing defense, only allowing 154 yards per game through the air. South Carolina, pretty good, though. 4th in the conference at 186, allowing 186 per game. But South Carolina, what passing offenses have you faced? Vanderbilt, Missouri, Kentucky, South Carolina, and John Mateer, Oklahoma. Okay,
I mean, what elite receivers has your defense faced this season? Any?
Little Aaron Anderson.
He's above average.
Yeah, right. You got the LSU receivers, but Garrett Nussmeier has gone full bozo mode this year. So
things are bad. Things are bad for a lot of legacy programs here in the SEC.
Yeah, absolutely. Defense, sacks against, sacks against. South Carolina is 15th, giving up how many sacks? 26 sacks.
Ooh.
Just one fewer than the Auburn Tigers at 27 sacks.
Now, I have not watched South Carolina every week, but
their offensive line is Dog water.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was going to ask.
Last in
how many of
rushing-
these are Lenoris's fault for running around
Both.
doing too much, or is it just bad offensive line play?
Both, but if you're last in rushing and you're
Sure.
second to last in sacks allowed, I don't really know how. That's the change that I made last week, Jack. Is I fired my offensive line coach.
Oh,
I fired my offensive line coach, Jack. Aren't you satisfied? But we're still calling the same plays.
You mentioned James Smith earlier. This could be the week that we see him, show some of that consistency, maybe against a bad offensive line unit.
Alabama's tied for 7th in the conference, only allowing 13 sacks. So double. South Carolina's average has given up double the amount of sacks. Now sacks by, let's see, Alabama can't be that high. Alabama 10th in the conference, 13 sacks this year for the defense generated. Where are you, South Carolina? 9th in the conference, 15 sacks. They've generated 15 sacks defensively.
That's not as many as I would have thought. If you'd asked me, I would have probably told you they were maybe top 5 in the conference.
Let's see. So interceptions. Let's see. Interceptions garnered.
Alabama got to be doing well there. Golly.
7 interceptions taken for 119 return yards and 1 touchdown. Xavier Brown, thank you. South Carolina 8 interceptions. Again, against some of these better quarterbacks, as in Diego Pavia, Bro Pribula, Zach Calzada.
Did you see Vanderbilt start the Diego Pavia Heisman campaign?
Hey, do it. Do it to it.
More power to you, Vandy.
Diego and Ty Simpson up there in New York together.
I hope Diego gets his free trip to New York.
Diego, Ty Simpson, Fernando Mendoza, and Ruben Bain. Those are my finalists.
They're going to find a way to get Marvin Harrison in there. They're going to get an Ohio State player in there. Or not Marvin Harrison.
Carnell Tate. I like
Jeremiah Smith. That's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
They might find a way to get Sayan in there. There will be some Ohio State representation in New York. Mark my words.
Ruben Bain's not going, sadly.
Yeah, probably not.
It's gonna,
if Miami was undefeated by the end of the season, maybe.
Mendoza, Simpson, Sayan, Pavia, and Dante Moore.
Maybe.
I mean, who knows? We've still got 6 more weeks to go for that.
That's true.
But South Carolina, your season so far,
still time for Arch.
You have beaten Virginia Tech, and that's in that neutral site kind of home opener, 24-11. They ended up firing their coach. I don't care about that win anymore, especially
an awful football team.
Right, and they needed a punt return to break that game open. A little beamer ball. They beat South Carolina State. Great job, 38-10. Well done. Well done. Hang the banner.
Not impressed.
I watched this Vanderbilt game like 4 times preparing for the Vanderbilt week. They lost to Vanderbilt 31-7, absolutely imploded, and Lenoris got hurt in the middle of it. Absolutely just fell on their face. Lost to Missouri. I watched this Missouri game a couple of times preparing for that Missouri game. Lost to Missouri 29-20. Still imploded. Didn't really play very well. You beat Kentucky. Congratulations. 35-13. Right. I don't give one rip. I need to watch these last 3 games. Kentucky, LSU, and Oklahoma. They lose to LSU 20-10, and they lose at LSU, Death Valley, and they lost this past weekend 26-7. To Oklahoma at home. The little bit of this game, this Oklahoma game, they're at 7-0 early in the game. They're on the goal. It's 4th and 4 from the goal line, and you're going for it, brother. It's too early for this. It's not. You're not pushing into the end zone for a touchdown. You give up points. They don't score. So Oklahoma scores another touchdown. It's 14-0. They get down there and they go for it again. And this time they did get it. But, like, if you'd have just taken your points, my God, at least.
They're struggling.
Not good.
The wheels have fallen off on the season at this point.
But
they can be returned with one big victory.
Right. That's what it scares me.
Yeah.
Dax was dead on.
Yeah.
You go to Vanderbilt last year. You don't expect them after beating Georgia, beating the number 1 team in the country. You're all high and mighty. You lose to Vanderbilt. You get the things back on track. You smoke the ever-loving mess out of LSU last year at LSU, and then you're going to see a 5-and-something football team against Oklahoma. I think they're already 5-6 or 5-6 at that point.
Or maybe
it was that late in the year.
Yeah, I guess
they wanted to get bowl eligible.
Yeah,
because I remember asking the Oklahoma fans why they're rushing the field, and they go, "Whoa, we're bowl eligible," and I'm like,
"You're Oklahoma,
exactly. You're a blue blood, and we're celebrating bowl eligibility." But absolutely fell on your face against Oklahoma.
Yes, you did.
A team that had no business playing with you. The team that barely had any healthy wide receivers last year.
Yeah. I don't even know that they did have any healthy wide receivers by that game last year.
Yeah, and so like this has got the elements of both those games all over them.
Yeah.
And you have a cyborg at quarterback still. Like Lenoris is still Lenore Seller, still going to be hard to take down, still very athletic, still looks like a lot of quarterbacks that Alabama has struggled with over the last decade and a half.
Yeah.
You've got a cyborg at wide receiver, Nick Harbor, and look at the Chris Brassel numbers last week and tell me that Nick Harbor can't catch 10 passes for 92 yards and a touchdown.
Sure.
Maybe he catches 11 passes for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like that makes me pretty concerned.
I think the issue there is if Lenoris can actually get him the ball, maybe.
Yeah.
That could be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, for sure. Their offensive line, very terrible. Very, very terrible. I do not have a whole lot of we all love it. We all remember and love Mike Shula. Thanks for getting us through. Thanks for getting us through probation years. But he has not been a great offensive coordinator this year for South Carolina.
I saw that on a bulletin board in a South Carolina dorms, there was a student-led protest to fire Mike Shula.
Yeah, not so good. But I think Rasul Faison is a pretty good little running back. 64 carries, 281, and 3 touchdowns this year out of the backfield. I think Oscar Attaway is a good little running back as well. 35 carries, 119 yards, and 1 touchdown for Attaway. So that's not too bad. That's not too great either.
Yeah, I don't think the issue this year has been a talent thing with South Carolina. It's just I don't know. I'm not going to go so far as to say that they're in the same camp as Auburn where they're completely allergic to winning, but it does weirdly kind of feel like that, where they just don't really know how to win football games.
I think we've talked about my feelings about Shane Beamer, and I need to temper myself for broadcast purposes, but I don't think Shane Beamer is a very quality coach. I think he's a special teams coach that
I think he should jump at that Virginia Tech job.
Yes. Yes, he should.
He's not long for the SEC.
Yeah, he absolutely should. Dylan Stewart, 3.5 sacks this year by himself. But Brian Thomas Jr. leading the Gamecocks in sacks with 4. You've got anybody who's jumping out on the interceptions list. Peyton Williams and Garrett Kilgore both with 2. The name that breaks my heart on this list, Justin Okoronkwo, 32 total tackles, 1 pass defended, 1 interception. That's all you've got across the board, brother. But Justin Okoronkwo breaks my heart. I wish you were still wearing crimson white.
Yeah, it could have been you instead of Jan Pierre Saturday night.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it could have been you. You could be in this inside linebacker rotation. You, Nikai Hill-Green, could be subbing in for Deontay Lawson and Justin Jefferson. Breaks my absolute heart.
Nick
Harbor's got himself 2 tackles on this list.
I don't know. I know that I should be concerned about this game, but I just weirdly,
I'm going to make you concerned by the end of this week.
Pretty good about it.
I'm going to make you concerned by the end of this week.
I feel pretty good about this football team. I just really think that they've turned a corner. I think that this is it's a big narrative game. It's a chance for Kalen DeBoer to put a narrative to bed potentially. And I think that he knows that. I think the whole team knows that. And I'm with Dax. I just don't see a world where they repeat the same mistakes that they have made.
I'm going to make you concerned by the end of this week. I'm going to watch South Carolina. I'm going to tell you on tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you Thursday and Friday about how good they are and I'm hopeful that everybody that listens to the program in the building, which I know is everybody that's in the building, they'll be on edge. They'll be ready to go this coming week. I'm trying to load turnover margin on the NCAA stats because that's the only thing I haven't really seen yet as far as the numbers go. But to me, exactly. It's just like the Vegas game. It's just like the gambling game where you see one side, -7 points. Of course they're going to cover the -7 points. They're the best team in the world against the worst team in the world. There's no way. I'm playing $100. I'm winning $1,000.
Yeah.
And then by the end of Sunday afternoon, that team has not only not covered the 7 points, but has lost outright.
Yeah.
And Vegas has taken all your money. Like that's okay. Take you back 4 or 5 weeks to the Georgia game. We had Brooks Austin on. Brooks was, there's nothing on tape that makes me think that Alabama is going to win this game. But I'm still picking Alabama because because of their history and because of everything they said. Right? There's nothing so far that makes me think that South Carolina is going to win this game. But South Carolina is 32nd in turnover margin in 7 games. Their margin up. I got to pop the glasses up so I can actually see it. They are +4 in the turnover category. +4. Alabama is third in the nation at +9 in the turnover margin, which that was not a fumble this past week with Ty Simpson.
Yeah,
that was not a fumble. And we got to start a petition to make safeties also count as turnovers. So Alabama really got people. You see the stat sheet, and Alabama only got 1 turnover, the 99-yard pick six. But you also got the safety, which functioned as a +2 in the scoreboard, and you get the ball. That should be a turnover.
I agree. You may mess with some past stats, but
my man Cameron Metzger, we need to play a clean game and do not give them chances to tick around. That's exactly it.
Yeah, that's bingo. That is the key for Alabama in this game. I think is just doing what you do. You have shown to the rest of the country. You have shown to us. You have shown to anyone listening right now. You are one of the best teams in the country. You've beat 4 straight ranked opponents back to back to back to back. You got to keep it rolling.
You can't take the bye week this week.
Yeah.
The bye week is next week, fellas. It's next week. You get Halloween. Go tell all your girlfriends to plan the Halloween costume. You got fall break next week. It's fine. Next week is the off week. It's not this week. It's next week. You can all do your couple's costume. All y'all can be Travis and Taylor Swift for all your Halloween parties, this, that, and the other. You get fall break. You're going to have midterms, so probably another 4 or 5 days to buckle down academically. Buckle down.
I'm here to play school.
That's right. Buckle down. But it's not this week. The bye week, you did the 4 weeks, and it was hard, but it's a 5-week stretch. It's not a 4 week. It's a 5-week stretch of SEC games.
And I have to imagine that has been the messaging within the walls of the Malmore facility.
Everything you've done for the last 4 weeks and really for the last 6 weeks, it doesn't you can take a poo all over it.
All for nothing.
If you go over there at 2:30 and luckily it's not going to be blazing hot. You're not going over there in the middle of September. You're going there late October. The weather's actually starting to turn here in Tuscaloosa. Praise the Lord. And I'm sure it's starting to turn a little bit in South Carolina as well. But so it's not going to be blazing hot.
Yeah.
You saw the attendance last week in South Carolina. It's going to be homecoming over there. They're going to be full. Sandstorm's going to be blaring. If I were Coach DeBoer, I would be blasting Sandstorm all over the speakers this week, just to hey guys, let's embrace it. Just
I feel
get
like
it in your
Sandstorm.
head.
2:30 is the most neutralizing time for Sandstorm.
It's
great at night or it's great early in the morning. But 2:30, it's
right.
That does play into Alabama's favor here.
100%. If it's at 6 o'clock, then it's
and then if you're groggy and up at 11 a.m. and you're having to hear, it's driving you nuts.
Yeah.
But 2:30, you're well awake.
It's like your coffee, your morning coffee. Yes. But by this time, it's it's just another song.
Just another song.
And you're going to be sick of hearing it by the end of the day, Saturday, because it's going to be the only thing they got.
Yeah, that'd be a good motivator. You make the team. If you're Kalen DeBoer, you make the team so sick of hearing that song that you tell them, "Hey, buddy, you go out there and play well Saturday. You won't have to hear it."
Is penalties on this NCAA list? Come on, penalties. They usually have it as passes intercepted, punt returns. Nope, I don't see penalties on here.
That is something that Bama has cleaned up remarkably.
NCAA penalty.
I've been very, very impressed with I'm sure it's partially a coaching thing. I'm sure it's partially the rest of the team kind of locking in from week 1 to now. But I've been encouraged by that. This team is playing very clean football lately.
Okay, fewest penalties per game. Perfect. That's what I want to see. Control F, South Carolina. Well, they're not in the top 50. That's good. There's a bad football team. They're a poorly coached football team. South Carolina. Oh my gosh. Are you not in the top 100? Woo! South Carolina. South Carolina. Yes. All right. There we are. We're at 105 in penalties. We're at 105. They've incurred 59 penalties for 447 yards per game. So they've given up 63 yards per game in penalties. Now let's do the other side. Let's go back to number one. Maybe the Alabama's in the top 50. Alabama. Oh, 33rd in the country in penalties. 39 total penalties for Alabama for 317 yards, averaging 45 yards per game given up in penalties.
You can work with that. You can live with that.
Don't turn the ball over. Don't incur penalties. Tackle the north cell as well.
Just do your job.
That's right. That's right.
Do your job. Will Muschamp clip him punching through the whiteboard.
We want to say good morning to Andrew Miller, also commenting on the Facebook. We got a lot of people commenting on the Facebook today. I really appreciate it. Andrew Miller saying, my birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday, Andrew. Happy early birthday, Andrew. 21 years old forever. We got Everett commenting. We got Cameron. We got Patsy and Andrew commenting. We appreciate everybody who's jumped in and joined us today. Mason, why don't we finish it up with some recruiting conversation? Really three. Two great pieces of news. One, not so good. Sure. As Alabama lost a commit in the 2027 class, kind of whispers and rumors that was coming for a long time. So not a huge surprise to the staff. I don't really think that that's a problem. But Alabama flipping Corey Howard in the class of 2026 and adding Thompson quarterback Trent Seaborn to the class of 2027. Like, what all this, we're worried about quarterbacks transferring out. Well, you're bringing in Jet. You've got Taden Kawa committed as well. So you're bringing in Taden Kawa and Jet Tamala. You've got Trent Seaborn committed in the class of 2027. Like, the quarterback class is looking absolutely loaded for the next handful. This Elijah Haven fella, number one quarterback in the 2027 class. Also, like, leaning in Alabama.
That's what it looks like.
Woo! Why don't you take a couple minutes? What you want to start with? You want to start with
Let's start with Alexander Ward. Just to get that out of the way.
Yeah,
you mentioned it at the start. Alabama loses the commitment from their one of the highest ranked players in their 2027 recruiting class up to yesterday when he decommitted. He's a 4-star athlete prospect from ING Academy there in Florida. Plays wide receiver and cornerback, has mostly played cornerback this year from what I've kind of gathered. I do think, though, that he plans on trying to do the both way, the Travis Hunter thing. So we'll see how that works out for him eventually.
Good luck.
But yeah, you said it. I think this was you kind of saw the writing on the wall for this coming. He had not been to Alabama, I think, since March. He was here in the spring. Hasn't been here at all this fall. Haven't really seen many, hasn't really been talking about Alabama much. I don't know that the staff has really been trying to keep in touch with him all that much either. I'm sure they were obviously trying to keep his commitment, but I think that they maybe knew as well as everybody else did that, he maybe not have been long for the Crimson Tide. So yeah, you lose a good player there, but I think overall you're still fine in the 2027 class. You still have 4 commits. You're still one of the top ranked teams in the nation, tied for second most commits in the SEC still with Georgia, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. So you're still looking great. Let's get into the actual good news though. Let's see. Where do we let's start with Corey Howard. Yeah, let's start with Corey Howard. The first one to commit, 3-star edge rusher from
coming in this class, right?
Yeah. Coming in the 2026 class, the 24th commit of the class for Alabama, 6'6", 245 pounds. I said 3-star, but like this feels like another classic Alabama talent valuation where we're going to be sitting here in a few months and it's like, oh, why was that guy a 3-star?
3-star you.
Yeah.
3-star you, like Lazia Brooks
and
London Simmons.
Yeah, man, oh man. Extremely long arms, really athletic, super fast off the ball, has a lot of power. I tweeted out a clip of him the other day. You can go watch it on my Twitter account. You can watch it. Man, I'm just really impressed with this kid. You just go watch it. Like, you see it. You see it when you watch it. He's playing in Georgia. He's playing at Valdosta High School. He's playing against some of the best high school football competition in the country. Like, state of Georgia is not, we're not talking about Memphis or Missouri or something here. Like, this is a very high level high school football player. He's the number 74 edge rusher in the nation, number 79 player in the state of Georgia, 2 seasons with Valdosta, 64 tackles, 16 tackles for loss, and 7.5 sacks, and then 12 more quarterback pressures on top of that. The kid gets after the quarterback. I think you got you one here in Corey Howard. I'm very, very impressed. And obviously to flip him from Georgia is even better. I think he's the 7th player in the class from Georgia. So Kalen DeBoer right in Kirby Smart's backyard.
Ooh, Ooh, yeah. Watching him right now on his huddle tape, that was a nice little start. Stonewalling a tackle, an offensive tackle, getting in the backfield. You ain't running on my side, fellas. He was he was on campus this past weekend, and we actually got to see, before the Walk of Champions. Well, I turned and looked up at the rail, and it was just like the entire loaded class, the class of 27. It was Jed, it was EJ Crowell, you had Sedarian Morgan, really Chris Booker.
Brian Williams was here as well.
Everybody, Owen Cabell, Cabell like Scrabble, so was up there
Max
as well.
Sutter was there,
and they were standing there with this young man. So, and he was taller than the rest. Corey Howard looks so you're like a ball player.
Looks like a football player. He's very, very good. Are going to be very, very good, I believe.
3-star
you're sitting at the number 7 class in the nation right now, according to the Rivals ranking. So you're looking good for 2026. And then you're also looking very good for 2027 because you go and get you a quarterback, Trent Seaborn from Thompson High School. And man, I'm watching this video that he posted, just about 40 minutes ago, right as we were recording this show. And, I retweeted on my Twitter, so you can go find it there. It was always Alabama for Trent Seaborn. I mean, this is a 6-minute video and it's just a photo compilation of him from the time he was like 6 years old, rocking an Alabama visor, rocking an Alabama jersey. He is trained with Tua Tagovailoa's family, Nalu Tagovailoa. His pictures with him. It's like it was always Alabama for Trent Seaborn, the 4-star quarterback from Thompson, like I said. And this kid is electric. He's been the starter at Thompson since his 8th grade season. Took over, I think, in the last game of the regular season that year. Their quarterback goes down with a concussion. He steps in, leads them to a state championship that year as an 8th grader, folks. Leads them 7A high school football. Alabama, the best team in the state, probably. Leads them to a state championship as an 8th grader. Comes back the next year, leads them to another state championship. I want to say they got to like the 2nd or 3rd round of the playoffs the year after. And then now this year, they're, I think, 7-1 right now. So, I mean, very, very, very good player, really, really good leader, has obviously taken Thompson to a pretty high level. Not that they weren't there before, but he has maintained it. I'm really excited about this guy.
State champions in 2020, 21, 22, and 24. So he would have been in 8th grade in 21. Is that right?
I think it was 2. No, let me see. I know I had it in this story.
Senior year 25. So he's a junior right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So last year was a sophomore, 24.
22. So yeah,
right.
22.
So eighth grade and sophomore year state champion. Trying to be got 2 more years to try to wreck 7A.
He looking like he's going to do it.
Year and a half.
Looking like it's going to happen. I think they're undefeated in the region right now. Like I said,
no, they lost to Hoover.
Oh, they did. They did
on a 50-something yard field goal last week.
Yeah, they sure did. I forgot about that.
Heartbreaker.
Yeah,
it wasn't
wasn't anything Seaborn could have done about that. Let's see. I know I've got his stats here in this article. So 28-8 as a starter for the Thompson Warriors. Across 46 appearances in 4 years, 69% of his completed 69% of his passes for 8,834 yards and 91 touchdowns.
They wrecked Hillcrest right here in town, 56-10.
Number 18 quarterback in the class, number 7 player in the state of Alabama. Held offers from Miami, Oregon, South. I mean, you name it, kid had an offer from there. I think Alabama really got him a good quarterback here and got you a guy that wants to be here and will be here.
Pretty important in this day and age with the transfer portal and with NIL. You see what Ty Simpson does with a little bit of loyalty to the Crimson Tide. Trent Seaborn, way too early to project what he's going to be and how long. What he'll have to wait. The quarterback room looks
crazy,
insane to me.
It is crazy because I think, even with this much left in the season, we can probably go ahead and project Ty Simpson off to the NFL.
To the Jets.
Sure. Whoever you want it to be, Jets, Steelers, whoever it is.
Yes.
I've seen
Pittsburgh
both of those.
trade up.
But yeah, he's off to the NFL. So you're looking at Austin, Matt, Keelan Russell next year if you have both of them on your roster next year.
Austin, Matt, Keelan Russell, Jet Tamala, and Taden Kawa.
Jet Tamala and Taden Kawa. And
how about that for a quarterback room?
And then now, you're looking at the year after bringing in another 2 of the, 2 top 20 guys, basically, in Trent Seaborn. And then now the rumors are kind of circulating that Elijah Haven may be committing to Alabama soon. It is, I don't know really. I guess this is just college football now, where you're going to overload on these important positions to ensure that, like, hey, even if one of these guys leaves, we got somebody else. But man, it is crazy to see, and I wonder what those recruiting conversations look like with these guys, where you're telling them like, hey, we like you, we want you here, but we are going to get another guy.
The brand power of Alabama, the national brand power of Alabama, combined with the offensive mind and the offensive innovation from DeBoer, Grubb, Nick Sheridan, Jamarcus Shepard. Like,
it's very attractive.
Is there anything more powerful right now?
Sure.
Like, yeah, we all love, over here on this side of the camera, we love is Texas and Steve Sarkisian. That's a pretty big brand power and offensive
stuff. He had
to
confirm to the media this week that he's going to remain the offensive or the play caller for Texas. Not a great sign.
Silly media. But right now, all the evidence points to, come to Alabama, we're going to let you throw the football and let you throw it well, coach you to throw it well. They have empowered Ty Simpson enough to, hey, man, you can call plays at the line. You can check protections. Yep. We'll teach you how to – we'll make sure you know, whether it's teach you or make sure you know, one or the other with a little 50-50. Make sure you know that you can check protections and make you feel empowered. Because not only is Ty Simpson's arm really impressing people, but you're seeing a lot of the draft people be like, oh, he's ready to go operate an NFL offense.
Yeah, that's like the biggest thing. All of the pre-snap stuff, all of the reading the defense just before, like he's playing chess out there before the ball is snapped. Like he is, okay, let's get this guy. I see him there. Let's get this, let's do this. You here, he's doing everything. He is completely operating that offense like a puppeteer.
And so you're able to take that tape into Elijah Haven and into Trent Seaborn's living
John
room.
Gruden is going to love him when he does the Gruden QB show.
He's going, let me hear a hard snap. He's going to
give me a hard count.
What would you call this play? Can you draw this up for me? Draw me up a concept.
He's going to love it.
Ty's just going to get on the whiteboard and go, just beautiful minded.
Can't wait to see that episode of that whenever it happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Ty,
he's the biggest advertisement right now.
Yeah, that is. You tell other quarterbacks, hey, you see what's happening here? This could be you.
Brand and you're playing like,
and also,
sorry, Michael Penix.
See this checkbook in my back pocket?
Sure, a little bit of that, but like, sorry, Michael Penix in Washington, but like, who really watched you that much nationally?
I didn't watch it till the end of the year. Sorry, guys.
Right, not to the very end of the year. Oh, you're in the Pac-12 championship. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're undefeated.
Oh man, this guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
Who's this receiver? Whoa. Yeah.
But this joker Ty Simpson's been on ABC every dadgum week. You get your rabbit ears out. You can catch Ty Simpson and this Alabama offense.
Hey, put your hands out. You might be able to catch a ball from him. Who knows?
Absolutely. He'll hit you right in the hands. Ask Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams
is so back. So back.
Catching the ball on his helmet.
Dude, he's so back. He is. We've never been more back. That was awesome. You got a perfect trio of receivers there. In him, Jeremy Bernard, and Isaiah Horton. You've got the
Jeremy Bernard, super John Mechie.
He is just the zen. Like I'm the quiet captain here. Everyone looks to me for advice and things. Ryan is your flashy. He's gonna do the. He's your Dion of the group. The look good, play good, and they pay good. And then Horton is like the tweets like a wide receiver guy where he moves fast with a knife or something like he's that guy, just the kind of stoic, mysterious, like I don't really know what he's thinking ever. Yeah.
What, 5 touchdowns for Horton in like 7 games?
Turning up.
Yeah. All right. So we got to get out of here. We're going to the Malmore Athletic Facility to talk to the players about this South Carolina game. I'll be issuing warnings. Fellas, what you did the last few weeks didn't matter. All that matters is beating South Carolina. And once you beat South Carolina, that doesn't matter either. What will matter is if you lose to them. Like, you're in the lose-lose position to where you got to beat South Carolina. You won't get any credit for it, but if you lose to them, everybody's going to dog you, and everybody's going to bring back up the Florida State week, and everybody's going to say you stink.
Yeah. Man, you mentioned Florida State. Like, that loss right now, it doesn't really matter. If Florida State could lose every other game this season, you're still fine. But you can't lose to South Carolina. You can't lose another one here.
Yeah, absolutely. So follow Mason Woods at MA Woods _ on the Twitter machine. Follow myself at Joe Gaither 6. We are at BamaCentral on the YouTube channel, on all the Facebook pages, and all the social media machines. We appreciate everybody who subscribed, rated, reviewed the program on your favorite podcast platform. Please consider calling Strength Roofing and Siding. It's a free roof inspection. Call them today at 205-858-9050. Zach Guffey and his crew will come check out your roof, let you know your status, let you know how good, how many more years left you got on your roof. If you need a new one, they'll work with your insurance company to get you a new roof if you need one, but they're not going to just sell you a new roof if you don't need one. So please give them a call today at 205-858-9050. We'll have Zach Guffey on the program either Wednesday or Friday. We're going to have South Carolina Rider join us on Thursday, so we're going to get to know the Gamecocks a bit more on Thursday morning's program. 8:45 roughly, we're going to talk to a South Carolina Rider for South Carolina on SI, and we're going to have a huge rest of the week. So make sure you subscribe to the BamaCentral YouTube channel. Find the show on your podcast platform. Subscribe, rate, review it. Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify. It is the Joe Gaither Show on BamaCentral.